Hello, today we're going to be making cream of potato soup. It's really cold here, so we're going to have this nice tasty soup today. Okay, what I've got here is I've got about 4 pounds of potatoes, which I've peeled and diced, and you can use red potatoes, you can use all-purpose potatoes. It's whatever kind of potatoes you like, except for sweet potato. We don't want that. And I've got here about 7 cups of chicken stock that I'm going to boil the potatoes in until they're done. And then when we come back, we're going to drain this, but I'm going to keep the stock because that's going to be the part of our soup. Okay, our potatoes are done, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and drain it into my pitcher here. Because like I said, I want to keep this stock, and this is homemade stock. You can use stock in a box if you want to. Okay. Now I'm just going to go ahead and put them back in this pan for right now. Okay, what I've got in this pot here is I've got 1 stick of butter, and I've got our stove on like medium heat. So as this gets melted, I'm going to add 1/3 of all-purpose flour to that. Okay, our butter's all melted, so I'm going to go ahead and add 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour. I'm going to stir that all together, and we're going to cook it for a minute or two. What I'm doing is I'm making a roux. Okay, our flour and butter's already cooked for a couple of minutes, and the reason you want it to cook, you want the flour to cook. You don't have a raw flour taste to your soup. Okay, I'm going to here I've got 1 cup of evaporated milk, and I'm going to go ahead and add that. I'm going to whisk it all together. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and add all our chicken stock back in here, and then we're just going to cook it till it thickens up. Okay, our broth is thickening up some, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit in this bowl right here, because we're going to use it to mash some of our potatoes up. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this down a little bit to low. And I'm going to add 2/3 of these potatoes back in our broth here. I'm going to go ahead and mash the rest. So I like chunky soup. I don't want it all mashed up. So just go ahead and add that in there. And just mash away. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add our mashed potatoes back into our soup. And this will help thicken your soup a little bit more. And if you want to go ahead and mash them all, you can. I just want some chunks in there. Okay, we're going to stir this all together. Make sure it all gets well combined in there. And now you can go ahead and add your seasonings. Mine was pretty well seasoned up, so I'm only going to add a little bit. My broth was very seasoned. I've got some white pepper here. I'm going to give that a little bit shake in there. And I got to have some black pepper. So I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper also. And I'm going to add just a little bit of garlic powder. A little shake of onion powder. Give that all a stir. I've got about 2 tablespoons of chives, of fresh chive. And I'm going to go ahead and add this into our soup. Give it another little stir. Okay, and our soup is done. Now I'm going to show you how I'm going to serve that up. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit in this bowl for the demonstration purposes. Well, this is quite a bit, actually. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. I add some cheddar cheese to it. And some real bacon bits. You don't want to use the imitation. They don't taste good. I like the real bacon bits. Or you can fry you some bacon. Make your own bacon bits. Okay. Now we're just going to give this a little bite. And I know this is really good, so I make this a lot. This is great on a cold day. I love this soup. I'm going to serve it with some hot rolls. So I hope you enjoy this recipe. Thank you for watching, and come again.